Hey, hello everyone. This is Richard with a Mile 62 running channel. It's a hot Saturday, about 93 degrees. I'm out at the San Gabriel River, not far from Lake Georgetown. Let's go for a run. Trails are nice, pretty soft because it's been raining a lot. So it's pretty humid too. About 93 degrees, humidity probably 80%. That's why I'm sporting a tank top today. Also, take a look at my shoes. These are the, what do you think those are? Lone Peak 4s. Not Lone Peak 5s, I don't have those, but Lone Peak 4s. Well, they may be 3.5s. I'm not sure. Can't remember when I bought these. I'm wearing Injinji Trail toe socks. Carrying one bottle of water. Pretty muddy here. We're just passing Tejas Park. It's one area where you can camp near Lake Georgetown. It's a pretty runnable section. A little bit later we'll go down by the river. Now, topics for today. First topic I wanted to talk about, which is the header of my video today, is, does ultra running make us smarter? You're probably thinking, Richard, what are you talking about? Actually, there was a medical study done recently and published in June by the Medical Science Monitor journal and Ultrarunning magazine of Canada published an article about it. So if you want to read the article, just go to letsrun.com. Most people, wow, this guy bee just hit me in the eye. Well, good thing I closed mine time. Letsrun.com, it's one of the top stories right now, or one of them on the you can click on. Got my attention today. The rest of the stories are just about the Olympic runners and not too much happening. But I thought that was a very interesting story to talk about. Well, what they're saying is, well, what they did was they took some runners from I think it was about a 41K or 42K, 44K, I think is what it was. It was an odd distance, a little bit further than a marathon, so qualified for an ultra. And they took some runners from, I think it was a 119K run, another odd distance, but 119K, you know, it's probably 75 miles. And they did an MRI on them, on their head, before they did the races. And after the race, they did another MRI. And what they found was, in all the participants, their brain had more gray matter. And what the article talks about, which I didn't know, the more gray matter you have kind of corresponds with your intelligence level, or I guess your youthness, because as you get older, the amount of gray matter reduces, and also the volume of your brain decreases. Hey buddy,
Hey, how's
it going? Pretty dog. That's the thing about trails, you never know if dog's friendly or not. But that's a very smart breed of dog, so my odds were good. Anyways, conclusion is, it looks like ultra running is actually good for us. There's some cliffs over here. We'll go down here. To be honest, it's a little bit surprising, the article, because as we know, you can see the San Gabriel River. As we know about ultra running, we do a lot of damage to our body during ultra run, mostly in the way of breaking down muscle tissue, which breaking down the muscle tissue, and then our bloodstream has a lot of muscle tissue in it after the race, and our kidneys are basically put on overdrive to clean out our system. It's really pretty here. So I was a bit surprised by the article, but I'm glad to hear about it, because as I get older, I'm 54, I thought coffee was making me smarter. I'm just joking. I drink enough coffee to kill a horse all day long. I'm one of those people that can drink coffee at 6 p.m. and still go to sleep on time. But anyways, very interesting article. Let's go back to the trail. It's a beautiful river. We had some rain, so it's not so shallow right now. It's usually only about a foot deep. So anyways, ultra running is making us smarter. I mean, we go out and run on trails when it's 95 degrees. I'm just kidding. But if you want to see the article, it's in Ultrarunning magazine, I think Canadian edition. I don't think it's any relation to the Ultrarunning magazine in the US, based in California. But anyways, it's currently a link on letsrun.com, which, you know, is one of the biggest running websites out there, mostly for track and field. But you know, during the last 6 months, or maybe last year, they started covering ultra running a lot more, and part of it, a big part of that, is because of Jim Walmsley. I mean, he's just such a superstar. And then later in the year, about 6 months ago, Hoka sponsored a section of letsrun.com, so they're kind of forced to talk about ultra running, but they still talked about Jim most of the time. Because about a year ago, maybe a little bit longer, when he ran the Houston half, he was trying to qualify for the Olympics marathon, and he needed to run 104. I think it's exactly what he ran was 104. Everybody thought he didn't stand a chance in the Olympic trials. I mean, I think all of us knew that he wouldn't be in the top 3. But Jim did really well at Houston Marathon for an ultra runner. I mean, guy trains for 100-mile events. He runs a 104 half. It was really an amazing time. A lot of road runners can't do that. And then you got, I think it was 2:14 in the Olympic marathon trials. Anyways, check it out. It's a pretty cool article. Got my attention today. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing this fell down during the freeze. We had that freeze this winter. It really caused a lot of damage to trees and cactuses and stuff. What else I want to talk about today? My vlog. Well, for us fight fans, we have the Conor McGregor Dustin Poirier fight tonight. UFC. I think it's 246. And there are a bunch of really good fights on that card too. Below him. I'm not gonna watch it live. I'll just follow it on ESPN. The website will give updates every minute or two. I'm just not gonna buy a fight pass. I looked at it today. It's $100 a year just to watch UFC fights. I was like, nah. I can watch them the next day. The next day they're on YouTube. But anyways, watched the press conference, watched the weigh-in yesterday, and Conor McGregor, he's just balls to the walls off his rockers right now. So should be an interesting fight. You know, it's a trilogy, so this is their third fight. First fight, Conor won. Actually, he won it pretty fast too. First minute or so, knocked out Dustin. I think Dustin was nervous. Got caught up in the trash talk too much. Anyways, he didn't do very well. Second fight, he came in well prepared. And after a few rounds, maybe a second round, he knocked Conor out. Knocked him out cold. One of Conor's biggest defeats. And he's not too happy about that. A lot of grasshoppers. Well, we made it to the river again. Let's enjoy the river a little bit. Finish our talk. There's a white crane out there. We get a few of those in Texas. I don't know if you can see him. Unfortunately, the GoPros don't. There he goes, flying off. GoPros don't zoom in very well. Really beautiful bird. We get some close to my house too, one or two at a time, that will fly in and land in the pond near my house. Anyways, Conor got knocked out in fight 2, and of course he was pretty rattled about that. And he gave credit to Dustin. I mean, Dustin's a good striker, kind of an all-around guy, but he's pretty well known for being a striker, boxer. Conor is too, though. Conor's a southpaw. Dustin's not. But anyways, another reason they're kind of staying out of shape at each other. I'll go this way a while. Staying out of shape each other is well, actually I should say Conor's angry at Conor's angry at Dustin because Dustin was going to provide, sorry, I'm not thinking. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I don't remember this area. Last time I ran through here. Little creek here. Conor was promised to give a donation to Dustin's charity, boxing charity, in Louisiana. Dustin's from Louisiana. I think he lives in Florida now. So he promised to give a donation. Then a few months later, it's a really pretty prairie here. Really overgrown, so probably gonna turn back soon. This area is managed by the Army Corps of Engineers, so they don't really keep it mowed down. So it's like the gauntlet running through here. A lot of snakes in this area. Well, anyways, Conor was supposed to give a large donation to Dustin's charity. It was a big donation. It's like $500,000, I think, something like that. And we can go this way. Oh, a little switchback. Well, after a few months after the fight, Conor still hadn't given the money. And oh, there's a big lizard there. See that? And so Dustin called him out on it. It's kind of stupid on Dustin's part, because he called him out in the media about it, and should have, in my opinion, should have handled it privately for a while. And you can imagine Conor got pretty upset, because, you know, he runs around trying to act like a billionaire. He's pretty rich. I think he's worth a couple. There's another big lizard worth about a couple $100 million. And so Conor got pretty angry. Said, "You're trying to attack my character." Said I was going to give you the money. And then I think he said he wasn't going to give the money. He's so pissed off about it all. And he also said he wasn't going to do the third fight. Really got him pretty angry. And anyways, that's all come full circle. I believe he did give a donation. I'm not sure if it's the same amount. And of course, they're doing the third fight now. So, but he, in the pre-fight interviews yesterday, he brought that up, and he said, "I'm gonna beat his butt, beat his ass, because he attacked my character." So I was really disappointed in Conor. I thought he was acting very unprofessional and drunk. Maybe, you know, he's got his own whiskey company. He looked like he was really drunk on whiskey or something. He was acting really crazy in an interview. And then before the interview, when they came up face to face for the press, Dana White, the fight promoter, was between him and Conor, kicked at him. It looked like he caught Dana with a kick. Of course, he was kicking at Dustin. Kind of stupid. Kicking the owner of the UFC, a guy that's even richer than Conor. That's kind of stupid. Also in the interviews, one reporter asked Conor, "Congratulations for being on the cover of Forbes." I mean, that's how much money the guy's got. All his businesses and fighting. He's kind of like Mayweather. You know, he's making $100 million fight, almost. Probably not that much, but he's up there with Mayweather. And the reporter said, "When are you going to be a billionaire?" He goes, "Oh, I think I'm 32. Maybe by the time I'm 35. The guy's pretty arrogant. You got more money than you would ever need already. Anyways, Dustin was acting very professional and says, it's just another fight for me. Business. No trash talk, really. When he was pushed a couple times, he called, there's a squirrel, called Conor the sleeper. He's a pretty squirrel. There you go. He's hiding from me now. And anyways, fights tonight. I'll be watching it from the ESPN Sports channel. The play-by-play, not the live footage. I'm just not gonna pay $60 to watch a fight I can see tomorrow. Yeah. But there are other good fights on the card too. Don't remember all their names, but Steve Wonderboy is fighting on the undercard against another guy. Munez, I think his name. Very good fighter, Gilbert Munez. And there's some good bantamweight fights also. Oh, some other good news. I got my, you'll see on my next video when I do it in my gym, I've got some new banners up. Got my Muhammad Ali banner, got my Mike Tyson banner, and I've got a Arnold Schwarzenegger Conquer banner. And then those are in my gym. Put them up on the wall. Did that today. I put up my new gym clock, which is pretty cool. It's got the big clock in red letters, and it's got the digital clock. It's got the time, temperature, the date. It's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. The gym keeps looking more and more professional. So what's going on in your world? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to collaborate with you if you're interested. Send me an email, runnerrwe@gmail.com. Don't put your email address in the comments or phone number. There's too many bad people on social media. You gotta be careful about that stuff. Send me an email and I'll get back with you. It's really pretty, those bluffs. This is the west fork of the San Gabriel River, and up the river it goes into a town called Liberty Hill. Down this way goes into Georgetown. So we're about 1 hour north of Austin, and down in Liberty Hill is where the Mosaic 50K is held, and also Spider Mountain Race, which is in Burnett, which is a little bit further down. There's a bunch of trail races in this area, and some of them you get close to this river. But this river is what feeds Lake Georgetown, or at least one of them. Also some natural springs. So it's a really pretty area. It could be pretty hot most of the year, but I like it. I'm used to it. Used to the heat. I'm starting in my technical section review. I'm going to start a kind of a regular Strava series, Strava tips. So stay tuned on that. I'm going to use my computer and show some Strava tips that most people don't know about. Some of them I learned about myself. I've had a Strava membership, paid membership for 2 years. And a lot of these functions are free, and I learned about them, and I was like, wow, I wish I'd known about this one before. But I'm going to start going through them, teaching people about them. I'm going to use my computer, my son's computer where he does gaming, and that way I can use the video cam and put together the video just like my son does gaming, but I'm going to pull up Strava and show some Strava tips. So stay tuned. I think my first one will come out this weekend. Nice run. It's hot, but this is a very runnable trail, so just kind of taking it easy. I've been running a lot this week. I been putting in about 10K a day, 6 miles a day. Kind of pushing the pace a little bit too. Not really Mathacone pace. Well, I am today because I'm videoing, but I've been running pretty hard this week. At least hard for me. Doing a lot of weightlifting. On the end of my runs, I've been doing strides. And I started a I forget the guy's name that's famous for it, but I follow him on YouTube. Maybe I'll remember in a second, but I started a 100 push-up challenge every day. And this is on top of my weightlifting. So I've tried many different push-up counters off of the App Store. I didn't like many of them. Most of them you have to put your phone down on the ground and it counts for you. I really didn't want that. I wanted a manual one. And after trying a couple of them, it didn't work too well. I got a good one today. So logged all my information for the last 3 or 4 days, but my first day, I hadn't done push-ups in a while. I did about 28. Next day I did 50. Yesterday I did 58. And today I'll try to be higher than that, hopefully around 70. But I can look at my log and shows my progress over the weeks and months. But my goal is 100 push-ups a day. And I'll tell you what, just doing 50 push-ups a day, you can really feel the difference. My whole body, when I wake up, feels like I've been through an intense workout. And I lift weights a lot. And I lift weights to failure, but I don't know, something about body weight exercises like a push-up, high repetition. I'm also doing sit-ups, counting my sit-ups, but I think it's gonna make a real difference. So I'm excited about it. I'm on my 4th day. And like I said, I got Habanero 100 coming up in about 30 days. I'm ready for it. Need to lose some more weight. I'm using Huel and working out a lot. Of course, running in the heat helps, but want to be very lean and ready for the race. So that's it for today's vlog. Hope you enjoyed the run with me, and I hope that you're excited that Ultrarunning makes us smarter. But have a good weekend and stay tuned for some of my new videos coming up. Take care. Have a good week.